Good morning. Good morning. It's 8:30. How are you doing where you are? Good morning. Good morning for everyone who is joining us today. It's a bright new day. And we are here in one good body where we are socializing ourselves to the things that we love to do. And welcome to our 8 hours free mentorship academy. Yes, 8 hours free mentorship academy. We had to come to 8 hours because we did a review of why people would like to come. They're only available from 8 hours. They would have dropped the children to school. They've been already in the traffic and they are seated in the office or they're starting their business in the morning. So welcome to today's presentation. And this is my best subject, networking for success. Before I delve into the networking for success, I just want to share the difference between networking and networking for success, which are two related but distinct concepts. So I just want to find out who is with us, who has joined in. Can you say hello from where you're watching us from? And Rev Water was here yesterday. He did an amazing job, and every day is a learning day. So just say good morning or best morning for those ones that actually want to be in the moment. Best morning, a good morning. What are you doing today? Are you up to the things that you want to do? Or are you just starting a new business, or just starting to network so that you can really know what is it in it for us? So good morning, good morning. As you know, we've been on this platform for the last so many years, and this is 4 years plus, and we'll soon be clicking. The power is going on and off, so don't worry when my picture is not showing properly. It means the power has gone. When I'm showing nicely, bright in yellow, in cocktail chat colors, you know that power has arrived and it's flicking around. So good morning, everyone. We come here every single day from Monday to Friday. Although Friday we are still getting organized because we want to give you something that is wow in your healthy tips. Healthy tips is why we are here. If you're not healthy, you can't even be here. So this is where we are today. So the difference between networking and networking for success is exactly what we're doing here. Here we're doing networking for success. And on Monday, we come with Rev Water. On Tuesday, that's myself, Dr. Sunshine. On Wednesday, it's a market day where we come and just tell you what it is that we're doing together. And on Thursday, it's our Dr. Nelly with Prosperity for Your Soul. And Friday is reserved for health tips. Prevention is better than cure. And we're going to be socializing you with all the people that are there. So, what is networking? What is networking? Networking refers to the act of connecting with others, building relationships, and exchanging information and resources. And a lot of us are very good at networking, which refers to the act of connecting with others, building relationships, and exchanging information and resources. What about networking, for success? But before we go there, networking can be done for various purposes, such as socializing, learning, or simply expanding one's professional or personal circle. May not necessarily be focused on achieving specific goals or outcomes. You're just out there doing things, and sometimes you are out there, you're busy. Every day you're busy, but you're just networking, but not focusing on achieving specific goals or outcomes. And this is why today's topic is very interesting, so that we can simply realign ourselves to networking for success. So, what about networking for success? This refers to the intentional and strategic act of building relationships and connections to achieve specific goals, such as career advancement, business growth, or personal development. It involves identifying and targeting key influencers, stakeholders, and opportunities that can help achieve success. It also requires a clear understanding of one's goals, values especially, and strengths. This is why, even when we are here, we are saying, what are you good at? And this is what we are looking at. What are you good at? How are you making things happen? How are you understanding, yourself? How are you making things really like the way you want to, to see them? So these are the areas where we really, really know that we are here making things happen. So it requires a clear understanding of one's goals, one's values and strengths, as well as willingness to add value to others and build mutually beneficial relationships. And we're saying add value to others and build mutually beneficial relationships. In other words, networking is a broader concept that encompasses various types of connections and relationships, while networking for success is a more focused and strategic approach to build relationships that drive specific outcomes. And if we are really meant to be building those outcomes, we are busy building, looking forward to, to those networks that are working, we have to be able to actually invest in that space of the place. So I just invested, and while we are at this, even when you're going to go to an event, you have to be intentional. How many people do you want to meet? Why are you meeting them? Are you making sure that whatever it is that you want to do is achievable? Or is it just playing, to the game? Oh, I was there. I know someone. This is what I'm doing. Every time that we want to do something, we have to do it intentionally. You can go to 1,000 events, but you come out with nothing. That's just networking. You're just there in proximity. You are just there being counted that, oh, someone came, and especially, there are some people who actually go late, fashionably late, and go early. It means you won't network with anyone because people haven't even paid attention to you, or you haven't paid attention to anyone. So that is just networking. But if you're networking for success, then you're intentional and you're picking out the things that you need and you are actioning the people or the things that you need to do with those people that you networked with for success. So for me, I just invested my precious time and money in the just ended trip. I was in Harare. I came back from 4 days networking for success, and I feel so fulfilled. I went for 3 things. When I said the opportunity had presented itself, and these things, sometimes they are planned 2 years in advance or 1 year in advance, and you're just waiting for the days to come. So I went for 3 things in Harare. The main thing was participating in the Ladies Circle International Meeting, and this is a rare privilege. I had a rare privilege of being, accorded the opportunity to be a scrutineer, and this just means keeping meetings in check with certain rules and Ladies Circle traditions. And this is supporting the current Zambian LCI president, Lisha, and her One Dream, One Team. It was so amazing. It was such a pleasure meeting up with the girls, seeing them, on point. I was like, oh, wow, they've really been well brought up. It's like, oh, wow, what are these things that are happening? And it was like, like a great mother seeing flying colors in her children and saying, well, I did my best in bringing up these kids. If it's a rotation, but you know that you are really having a good time. Yeah, so it was an opportunity to have the 3 LCI, past presidents in one place and the current one. Very rare indeed. To Ruth, the second woman of color, it was so good to see her, and also being in the 3rd woman of color and myself as the 1st woman of color to have had, LCI presidency. So the 3, it was such a great opportunity to be in one place. The second thing that I went there was to keep a promise to President Chido to go and support Agora Club in Zimbabwe. What an amazing networking for success. It yielded 10 inducted new members who were, some have been there for some time, some were new, some were learning, and it was such a great, great pleasure to actually induct 10 new members in the Agora family. And they're now ready to even start a second club. And also the third one, for networking for success was facilitating a masterclass in mindset change, supporting Exotica Institute of Business to enhance the business pitch competition for the youth. And why was it possible? It was because of networking for success. I've got a partner in Zimbabwe, Dr. Abigail, who really went out of her way to make this masterclass a success. She is the one who had the networking for success. She's the one who is there on the ground, and she's the one who knows the people. So she says, please, I want to connect you to this, to these people so that you can be able to, to manage this masterclass. By myself, I was not going to be able to do that. This is what is called networking for success. So to everyone that is happening today and listening to this, that's just an example of networking for success. So now, how can you unlock the power of mindset change and unstoppable momentum in networking for success? Our topic for today. How are you able to actually do that? So I'm asking you, are you ready to take your networking to the next level and achieve unparalleled success? And how are you going to do this? It's by building productive networks that drive results. Productive networks that drive results. By creating an unstoppable momentum in your own networking efforts, your own, because change starts with you, and change is what you take out there. And also by achieving a mindset shift that sets you up for success. Investing in productive networks. What can it do? It can accelerate your personal and professional growth. It can increase your access to valuable resources and opportunities. Remember, we don't have, sometimes you're going somewhere, you don't have all the resources, but because you're networked for success, you are able to do that. It also enhances your credibility and reputation. You can just imagine where I went in Harare for 4 days. It has enhanced my credibility because what I delivered there and the things that I did there made sense. And because I planned for them, I said, what am I going to do? You take all the tools with you on board. You take everything that you need on board. And this is what it is that we are always making sure that things are happening in our own, Rev, what can I do to be seeing the comments? I can't see the comments that people are posting, but I can see some there. So what is it that we really, really must in these places? What is it that we can be able to do and make sure that we are networking for success? So as we all know, networking is a crucial aspect of
Apologies, I don't know if it's me or it's Sunshine. I think it's Dr. Sunshine's image, and page has just gone off, so meaning she's just lost connectivity. So we hope she'll come back on in a moment, discussing networking, and then we'll be able to pick it up. So let's just see if she comes back on. she'll probably have to change the network provider. This is usually one of our biggest challenges in these setups, because we always end up struggling with the network, and that's been one of the greatest challenges, I think, even when it comes to our work here in Zambia at the moment. Okay, she's coming back. Great. Hold on.
Okay, I was lost for a while.
Yeah, you were kicked out. Okay,
Okay,
you can continue.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. I was just speaking about, as we all know, networking is a crucial aspect of personal and professional growth. It allows us to connect, not just with ourselves or not just with our families, but with others, where we share ideas and access valuable resources and opportunities. But not all networks are created equal. And this is why we must be able to know that not all networks are created equal. Some networks are equal than others, because life is not equal to everything that we want. Today, we'll explore the characteristics of valuable networks and how to invest in them for maximum returns. So what makes a network valuable? First and foremost, it's about mutual support and collaboration. A valuable network is one where members support and help each other, sharing their expertise and resources to achieve common goals. It's also about shared values and goals, diverse perspectives and expertise, open communication and trust. If we do not have open communication and trust, it is not going to be the networking for success. Now, let's talk about investing in networks that create value both ways. When we invest in a network, we are not just looking for what we can get out of it. I think this should be one of the things that we should be able to actually think about. When we invest in a network, it's not just about what is it that I'm going to get out of this environment. What is it that I'm getting out of this? So we are also looking for how we can contribute to it, how we can contribute to it, how we can add value to others. If we're not adding value to others, our network would not be so great. This is what creates a win-win situation when you're able to invest in others and also others invest in you. Everyone benefits. So how do we invest in these networks? First, we need to identify the right networks for us. Identify the right networks for us. This means finding networks that align with our values, align with our goals, and align with our interests. We also need to be intentional about how we participate in these networks, making sure we are adding value and not just taking from others. A lot of times we only want to, to take. It's like, the way people relay mentorship and coaching. It's like they just want to get from the networks. They just want to get from the coach and from the mentor, and they don't have to give back anything. So when you're not giving value, it's very difficult for you to get the right value out, or the right benefit out of it. So some of you may be thinking, but I am not good at networking, or I don't know where to start from. Don't worry, networking is a skill that can be learned. And I'm here to tell you that it's worth it to learn it. And we are big, even in our trainings here, we are big at connecting networks. When you come out with something that you want to do, the people actually, when you are 10 of you, you have all the solutions right there in the room. And this is why we encourage you to take advantage of anything that we want to do. And we have to speak about it. And this is a safe place, by the way. Networking in a place like ours is a safe place where your ideas are safe. You just get connected and you go out there and actualize them. So this is why we're saying networking for success is a skill that you can learn, and we're here to actually facilitate for you to get the skill that you are looking for. In fact, research has shown that networking can lead to increased job opportunities, business growth, and even improved mental health. So it's not just about achieving success. It's also about building meaningful relationships and living a happier and healthier life. When you're networking for success, you can live a healthier and happy life because got solutions in the in the networks that we have. I also want to share that I would like to share with you some strategies for building valuable networks. First, identify the key influencers and stakeholders in your own industry. After networking events and conferences, and engage with others on social media, collaborate with others on projects and initiatives, and always be looking for ways to add value to others. Of course, building valuable networks takes time and effort. It takes time to win. And you remember last year, for the 6 months, that was the tagline. It takes time to win. Because yes, it takes time to win. If you want to win, it will take you time. And don't be in a hurry, just like building relationships or building the networks that works. Building networks takes time and effort, but the payoff is well worth it. And networking for success is actually expensive. It's actually expensive. Networking for success is expensive. And this is what it is that we always want to actually speak with you and say networking is a very big, outcome. Networks can take time. It takes time and effort, and you have to be ready for investing that time and the effort that will give you the results you want. Because at the end of the day, it definitely must pay off. So don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep at it, and eventually you will start to see the benefits of those results that you want to have. In conclusion, investing in networks that create value both ways is a key strategy for achieving success. By identifying the right networks, being intentional about how we participate, and adding value to others, we can build meaningful relationships and achieve our goals. And this is what we have for today. I think it's 8 hours. No, I still have some, a bit of time. I thought it was time. Yes, you don't have to give up. And this is why we are saying, once you join these networks, we join these networks with a purpose. We join the networks with courage. We join the networks with what it is. In my team, we've got, someone who the motivator. She's motivating us on just one spoke of the wheel of life that she said she was going to do this at the end of the class. So every day she's posting her results, and that is motivating. When you see that today she started a 30-day wellness program, just keep fit, exercising every day. So the feeling that she's getting, just posting the actual feeling, the actual thing that she's doing, is making all of us, even when you want to forget that, you haven't exercised, just to see in the morning posting day 8, like today, it's her day 8. We all feel like we need to, to be in that place where we need to also add value to ourselves. So she's adding value to us, and we also added value to her, for her to actually be able to think that this is what she's doing. So when you actually have got intentional purpose of networking for success, you are reaching out to the people that you want to be with. You are reaching out to to everyone in your team that you want to to manage. You are reaching out to make it that this is what I need, and this is what I plan to do in the rest of my interactions. So what is it that you're doing to network for success? Can someone actually say, this is what I'm doing to be able to network for success? What is it that you're doing to make you be that person who is networking for success? What are you doing to be that go-to person to network for success? How are you doing? How are we doing? How are we identifying, or how are we identifying that this is the network that I want to be? So if you do not have the networks that you want to be in, start creating some. How are you going to create the networks? Belong to the networks of your choice. Like for me, I am in Agora. I am a life member for Ladies Circle, so I have to show up. For me, I am setting my chickens at the market, looking for success. Yes, even when you're going to the market, for sure, there has to be someone there who is going to receive you. That you have networked for success. Because I believe, even at Soweto, you can't just go there and say, I've come to sell my products. No. You are going to go to the market because you know that there's someone you're going to call, or I've arrived, or I am here, or I am, making sure that this is, the place is good for me. So if you don't, because you can stitch, I know people would go there with a van full of cabbages and they have to come back with it because they think that they can sell by themselves. No, you cannot. There's a system everywhere. And we're saying when we have got systems put in place, we are good, as it were. Systems work, and even in networking for success, like for us, this is our system. And we bring people together to teach them about the things that are happening around the wheel of life. So even when you're networking for success, you have to know, who am I going to network with in family and home, for my family and home to be successful? Who am I going to network with for my mental and education to be successful? Who am I going to network with so that I can increase my financial and career? Who am I going to network with so that my physical and health is on point? Who am I going to network with so that I'm spiritually aligned and I am ethical? Who is going to tell me? If among your friends, you don't even have a friend who's going to tell you that what you're doing is wrong, then you're not networking for success, because then you just see yourself, don't share anything, and you just see yourself in trouble. People are even surprised. But how come? Because we're not networking for success. So you have to network for success in all areas of life. Who are you networking with to maintain your social and cultural scope of the wheel of life? And this social part is networks. The cultural part is our values. We heard yesterday, even with Reb Water, saying our culture strategy is eaten by our culture every day. So what is your strategy? What are you doing to actually get out of that thing, of that culture that eats your strategy, that eats your networking for success? How are you going to get it out? Is by investing in your networks, investing the things that work for you, appreciating value, give value. A lot of people just want to get value. What is in it for me? First, you have to invest. Investing in something, even in the programs that we do, people have to invest. This free mentorship academy is for us to motivate you so that you can come and invest in our programs. Because when you come to invest in our programs, then you get the bigger picture. Because here we're just talking about the small issues that are here that we know, researched and understand, and we can be able to share to those that probably cannot reach us. But we are building, we're investing in our network so that they know that we're giving value, and so they can come back and give us value as well. Because then we are equal to each and every task that we are managing, and that we are able to influence others. So in our team, we want you to be part of our influencers. We want you to be part of our networking. We want you to be part of our outcomes that we are seeing. We are seeing a greater value being prepared out there. Once we see these values being created, we know that they're good. And there is the other thing that networks do, and you are responsible, is to follow up. If you have actually managed to do something about somebody, then follow up, because it will not help you getting a number for someone, and then you don't even use that number. Then what are you doing? So for me, actually, that puts me apart from everyone. Whoever I meet, I want to take a picture. I want to send them back that picture and say, we met on such and such a day. So it's easy for them to remember, because people are scheduled, people are busy. They're not going to keep your name. And when you meet people, don't say, do you know me? No. Why should I know you? Do you know me? You know me, just come and, networking is actually tough. when you meet people, don't irritate them by asking them questions. Do you know me? Maybe sometimes you maybe met at school. Maybe you met at a funeral. Maybe you met. So just go when you're networking for success. Share. Oh, this is so and so. Oh, this is Dr. Sunshine. Oh, I met you and said, how are you? How is your family? Then they know. Then they remember. Oh, this is Dr. Who knows? How are they going to keep your name? How are they going to keep your picture in their name? So when you find when you see them, you start to ask, can you remember me? This is the last day that you're asking anybody, do you remember me? Because they don't owe you to remember your name. You owe them because you want them to know you, and you've actually arrived in their space. So go ahead and introduce yourself and why you actually are connecting with them. Then you're going to be good to go. Because networking starts with you. And if they have to, why should they remember you in the first place? What did you do that was so incredible that people should be able to remember you? So, and this is why now we have to say, when you're networking, put up your best behavior, put up your, let them remember you for the right reasons, not them to be remembering, oh, that was the one that was drunk in public, or that was the one that was insulting others, or that one was the one that was fighting. No, we want you to be remembered for the good reasons. That is the one that made me be who I am. Oh, that is the best network. Oh, that is the one who contributed to my doing ABC. That's a good network. And what did you do? You invested in their lives. You invested in the network. So today, make one of your 4 imperative things to join a network of choice, to join a network that is going to build you. Make one of your 4 important things to follow up with those networks that add value to you and you add value to them. Make sure that you invite 2 people, or just 2 people, because we're a being where this one must give you something and you must give something out. So invite 2 people to start your networking journey. So thank you for networking for success today and tomorrow. Thank you.